Okay, y'all, I'm finally here. I thought I was going to give y'all 3 episodes, honey. They already somewhat lost me on episode 1, honey. But I did get to catch it live, so y'all see my. If y'all was there, y'all seen my reactions in the chat to chasing Atlanta episode 1. So now we going into episode 2 because I found that episode 1 was just really introducing everybody and establishing the beat. So I ain't even want to waste time even doing a video. Matter of fact, even this video, unlike see, I think I'm enjoying the come up Miami better because I actually give like I'm more enthused by it. Like it's actually legitimate singers on there. I get into that in once I do that review coming up. And like I said, the energy is just different over there. I don't know why I like to come up Miami better than the chasing Atlanta thus far. But yeah, episode 2. Let's get into it. Like I don't even know everybody's name, so I really got to look at the replay just to catch everybody's name. It start off with this chocolate boy called Quentin or whatever. I think he's also supposed to be from Fayetteville. Definitely not from around my block, baby. He's introducing, y'all know who, honey. Mr. Masculine Gay, honey. Hold on. He said he's introducing to somebody who's been killing it in North Carolina, and I give him that. Marcus, honey, has killed the music because it never been living with him, honey. The darn music was dead upon arrival. It was a stillborn, honey. It was darn dead at darn inception. So yeah, the moment that was brought in, it was taken out at the same time, honey. But you keep on trying to revive it. It won't revive in this lifetime, honey. But he's still keeping on. But anyways, he comes out and gives his darn auto-tune bars. My thing is this, with these new age rap, it just don't take much. You just rap about money, cars, sets, material things. You got the auto-tune all over you. And I mean, that was cute for people back in the day, here and there, especially T-Pain. But see, here's the thing. T-Pain could actually darn go and spit. T-Pain actually could sing outside the auto-tune. Some of these folks today actually depend on the auto-tune. And we see even the likes of Drake. We hear what Drake sounds like without the auto-tune. Same thing for Mr. Delbus, honey. So he's darn going giving his best attempt at his darn going bars and moving on. I wasn't impressed. So afterwards, they reminiscing. And he's giving the critiques, the constructive criticism, talking about the how Marcus sound muffled. And, Marcus' clapback was, well, maybe if you didn't have the cheap mic, honey, well, my clapback to both of you is, number one, as a artist who's been in this game for over 10 years, you should have been at the darn on sound check 24 hours in advance to correct them that your mic wasn't correct, boo-boo. How you gonna darn talk about it was the mic's sole fault for it sounding muffled? Honey, if you would have been at the darn on sound check, you could have corrected all that in advance. And then number 2 is, honey, I've heard you with darn better quality mics, and once again, it did not sound too much better. So, honey, yeah, the mic was cheap on Quentin's part, but honey, the artist who was holding it was equally comparable. So, you can't really blame the mic for that. They just gave you a good quality mic to match the mediocreness of the artist that's holding it. Moving on. That's all I got to say on that. They open up like the first 10 minutes. But we ain't about to give them no 10 minutes over here. So next scene is we got the film version of Chance the Rapper with Dominique. He's dressing all this all black leather with the adorable darn poodle. I want to say that's a poodle. They need to get that lighting quality together though. So next you got Cameron. He's sitting down with Cameron. And they're just catching up. Now wait a minute. Now when was this tape? Because now Cameron got a mask on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me rewind that shit. Oh, see now y'all. Okay, they first hug. He got a mask. Does he work in the nursing field? Because I want to say this shit was recorded in 2019. I heard somebody say later on that this was 2019 going into 2020. COVID wasn't even a thing at the moment. Cameron is dressed in regular clothes and got a mask on in this first scene. And then he does his doggone confessional. And then when they come back, the mask is gone. So I'm confused as hell about this. Okay, the mask is still there. He's talking. Still talking. Okay, come back. The mask is gone. See, this is what I don't like about these time lapses and stuff. That's not cohesive. Like, you know, the Capricorn in me, I'm very darn on visual and analytical, honey. I peep the darn on smallest stuff. So this was a very lengthy conversation because the mask ain't nowhere in sight no more, honey.
When we have a love relationship towards each other, we had a moment where I was claiming our friendship. You know, we were building a friendship about 2 years ago.
He's talking about somebody.
She tried to downplay this hard ass like, oh well, bitch, we never hung out. You always hit me up to come and hang out and shit like that. And I had to stop her in her tracks and be like, oh bitch, we called each other. Right.
I don't know who they talking about. Is this the one that Oliver was in love with? Oh, they talking about one of the trans girls, honey. The one that Dominique is claiming stayed with the sister at one point, and the sister worked with her, and she still owes the sister money.
For some reason, when the girls come to Atlanta, they're trying to elaborate on the situation.
Well, hell, y'all all put 20 on 10. Y'all all think y'all darn on A-listers when y'all not even D-listers, boo. Girl, don't hate on the darn on CPNs. The LPNs. They take credentials to go to school to become an LPN, honey. And then the CNAs, honey, they really darn on unappreciated during these darn on times. See, y'all motherfucking materialistic darn on queens and shit. Y'all get on my... See, I'm already turned off by that shit anyway. Darn on downplaying the actual serious profession. And look where the darn on LPNs and CNAs and stuff are during these times on the darn on front line. While you grooming the darn on pets at the darn on PetSmart. And I'm not downplaying the pet grooming shit. But you can't get COVID via dog transfer to a human. But then again, you is giving a low down dog tease your damn self. So, you know, there is a risk with your job too, I guess, honey. From a dog transfer to dog transfer. But, honey, moving on. I ain't about to give this bitch too much either. She done pissed me off with that comment. Now coming on over to thicker than a Snickers, honey. So we got Travis, honey. Child, he done lost me when he said Joe Biden. I want to know, what did you do? Let me rewind that shit. What did you do with Joe Biden? Damn sure I wouldn't be claiming the hell. Joe Biden don't serve no fashions either. Oh, radio. Okay. So he's a radio talk. I would love to know, what was the conversation with Joe Biden. Was it just fluff? No shade to, I swear that I wasn't trying to make a read towards his fluffy figure, but was it just fluffy talk that he was talking with Joe Biden? Because he don't strike me as a person that would have any type of serious political commentary on his platform. But he's sitting down with, one cute trade, one sexy trade. They conversing, and then in comes a call from somebody. And this somebody is inviting, Mr. Fluffy to a party that he's not darn going to even be at. Oh, this is the person from earlier that was critiquing darn on Rico. Okay. But that's that. And then old girl, one of the trans sisters. Once again, I don't know their names. That's why I'm just calling them the trans sisters, honey. The lighter skin of the two. She's about, I would say, 3 shades lighter than me. She's going to China, and that's the only thing we see from her. She pops in for a couple minutes, tells us that she heading to China. It took 18 hours to get there. Okay. Girl, go ahead and get your darn on cheap Asian weave, honey. Then we got some commercials from, Ayana Van Zant 2.0 and darn on Reese. Whole second, I stand corrected. She does pop up again with this darn on Patti LaBelle darn on coif, honey. Oh no, this is what I was talking about. She gives a quick 2 minutes and she gone. And then in comes darn on Marcus again with these darn on thin darn on struggle twists, honey. He's about to meet Oliver. Okay, here comes darn on Oliver. He's darn on citing his credentials and stuff. Ooh, that was the first shade. Oh, that was shade without even knowing it was shade, honey. Darn on Oliver darn on addressed you as a new artist, yet you've been doing this for over 10 years, girl. I guess darn on he said you ain't really arrived yet, honey. You just darn on peeped on to the scene, honey. Even though you supposed to be seasoned. Matter of fact, I think you and darn on Oliver been started up around the same time. Hasn't Oliver been doing this for over 10 years? So the fact that he's calling you new, honey, that was a darn on inadvertent darn on read within itself, baby. Honey, Oliver is just reading, talking about, hey, I done told you. Yet you supposed to be the darn on masculine gay up on the darn on show, right? And your darn on mentor who done came in instantly done clocked you right through the door, talking about, hey, sis. Okay. Moving on. Now that's what confused me when he said that Marcus was darn on older than him. I was like, I just knew that darn on Oliver was like 30 or 31. I had to try my best to Google search, and you know, Oliver, while you throwing your shade, honey, the shade is your darn on social profile is quite empty. I couldn't find your. I found a random darn on site called Picture Something. Picture Noodle or something that darn on said that you just turned 24 8 months ago. So surprisingly 3 years younger than me, 2 years younger than darn on Marcus, honey. Okay. Yeah, y'all in the same age range. I don't know why you would be addressing anybody's daughter anyway, because everybody on here is within the 20s. There ain't no teens on here. The only way that you would use the terminology daughter is for somebody usually 10 plus years younger than you. And since you're 24 and this show ain't having no adolescents on here, it's like, honey, daughter shouldn't really be in your vocabulary for at least another darn going 6 plus years. But I digress. Now he's complimenting the beard, honey. I guess y'all both repping it for the 305, honey. So they conversing on this graffiti, you know, ground or whatever. Oliver doing his light flirtation, honey. Okay, Marcus going through the typical artist story, coming to the music capital of the nation to get his music out there after 10 plus years. Well, I will give him that. It is a sort of dull. I try to get away from here anytime I get a chance. I ain't made it yet, so I will give him a Pelosi clap on making it on to the A, honey. And then later on, Marcus ended up bringing up a guy named Q that Oliver was romantically involved with, that doggone curved them, honey. Did whispered sweet nothings in his ear, and doggone disappeared in the heat of the night. Honey, doggone play with the cool cat box and doggone toss you on yonder, honey. That's okay. Atlanta's the doggone gay capital of the nation, honey. I'm sure you'll find another doggone trade up in the doggone city. Honey, there's plenty of them in Atlanta, baby. But you know, once again, 1 out of every 2 black men in Atlanta does have HIV, per statistics. And 1 out of every 4 Latino men. So make sure you wrapping it up. Make sure y'all getting tested, honey. Make sure you own the Truvada and or PrEP, because, honey, the doggone HIV rate in doggone Georgia, I want to say, is now ranked at number 7 out of, the most concentrated infections of the nation. So yeah, definitely be careful when you doing the hanky-panky out there. That's just my health announcement for today. Moving on. So they still talking. Then they try to get up. Oliver is having troubles getting up off his graffiti type ground. I guess it's the way that they're angled and the fact that he's face more towards it versus Marcus was, forward. So it was easy for him to jump up versus, Oliver, honey. He's just rolling around like an olive, honey. Moving on. So next you got the darker skinned trans woman. She's darn rapping in a jail cell. Well, a simulated jail cell. Okay, her name is Kendra. I'm glad I finally caught the darn name thing at the bottom. She sounds pretty decent. Now her fashion's outside of her rap. I don't know why. It's like she's channeling Remy Ma, but then outside of the music videos, she's giving like matronly Nigerian woman teas. And that's no shade to my Nigerians, but I'm talking about like she's giving the older, grandmother, honey. And once again, all these girls are like in their mid-20s, or Oliver's case, early 20s to early 30s at best. So I'm wondering why she's giving these matronly African fashions. It's like, the girls in Africa, they know how to dress. They got some young, hip fashions. I'm like, she definitely needs to get rid of them, honey, because her shit is giving me doggone matronly, grandmother teeth, honey. But outside of that, is she cute or whatever? And the fashions are too, but, for somebody my mother's age range and on up. But that's it for her and her darn on period piece ensembles, honey. Then you got Oliver at the radio station being interviewed, and then this mystery guy comes up again sometime during the interview. We ain't going to spend no time on that. Oh, I guess they spent quite a bit of time on it. And that ends it all now. This was 52 minutes in a nutshell. And I'm going to try to stick it out for darn on episode 3. It look like episode 3 is going to really get popping a little bit. And then, once they really start throwing heads and shit, I might come in for that episode. Now, as far as me during the whole season, I don't know. Like I said, my energy ain't really into it. And I don't, unless they really come with some more, I don't know if I can continue to do this. But I did promise at least 3 episodes. I done reneged on 1. I'm going to give you 1 more. And in the fight, that'll be my 3. But how many episodes do they got? Like, is it 10 or 12 episodes? But we'll see as time progresses. But right now, I'm still on the fence if I want to pick this up. But what I am going to continue on with is that darn gonna Come Up Miami. I'm enjoying the Come Up Miami, honey. So I'm going to catch up with all of them and give y'all those as I watch them. So that's it, y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.